fight, every moment extreme. No TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels bursting like flames. The digital warriors, no face, just names. Science going for the sweet finish line. Sweat soaked battles outside space and time. No TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. No TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels burst like flames. Digital warriors, no face, just names. Tires calling for the sweet finish line. Sweat soaked battles outside space and time. No TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. No TV, we're living the dream. Strap me in, fuel me with untamed speed. Data in the storm, all the rush I need. Glitches on the edge, chaos in the stream. Sim racing paradise, unraveling the sea. No TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. No TV, we're living the dream. Flashing lights in the dark, baritone hum. Engines scream till the wild hearts succumb. Virtual roads where the asphalt sweat fire. Chasing glory through the chaos of desire. No TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. No TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels bursting like flames. The digital warriors, no face, just names. Science going for the sweet finish line. Sweat soaked battles outside space and time. No TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. No TV, we're living the dream. Roaring engines, pixels burst like flames. Digital warriors, no face, just names. Tires calling for the sweet finish line. Sweat soaked battles outside space and time. No TV burning in my veins tonight. Wheels spin, pixels ignite the fight. Flag to flag, every moment extreme. No TV, we're living the dream. Touch me longer to the range. Fuel burns in the glow of the pixel blaze. The rubber is rolling with a fist clenched tight. Your TV lights up the endless night. Fight to fight, we lift the speed. No TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats round and engines climb. Best broadcast under the virtual sky. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Turn the wheels to the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul.
And welcome back to Nerd TV for another Smoky Mountain Sim Racing Cups or Truck Series race live from Rockingham Speedway as we're going to go 150 laps here tonight around this virtual track as we get our countdown to green underway. Of course, presented by IconApparelCompany.com, where you're going to suit your virtual esports team up with their official colors, with logos and designs and websites and all your partners. Put it on a nice, beautiful jersey from Icon Apparel Company. And here is your race stats here for this evening. We got 71 degrees in the air, 89 degrees track temp, 16-mile-an-hour winds, 5 sets of tires behind the wall. Or sorry, 4 plus the one on the truck. 3 green-white checkered temps. And to the right, me, Dustin, and not that Rockefeller guy. He's next week scheduled. We'll find out next week. My name is Jay Stanley on the interwebs, and Dustin Loxton to my right side. Analyst slash button presser slash drone flyer, production commentator, whatever. Dustin, what's up, man?
My wife can attest to that. I am very good at pushing the button. So,
Oh,
yeah. I can push all the buttons to make her mad. No, just playing.
and to make her happy.
That too. That too. Rockingham, Jeremy. I mean, this track
Hmm.
here, awesome to see it back on not only the service, but back in real life as well. A lot of history at this track. And this track definitely got a lot racier with the repave that they just did, which was fantastic. So looking to see exactly how this is going to pan out and how this is going to work for these drivers tonight at Rockingham. Because again, I mean, this track is racy, but it's also one that can be very hard to pass at, Jeremy.
Yeah, when you say racy, the 1 and 2, that corner set, you can really apex high, come down low, get that great launch on corner exit, which, as you know, Rockingham, it has a really tight radius in turn 2. And so if you can go up high into 1, swoop down, and get that launch off the corner on a straight angle, you set yourself up for success. So that makes it really racy there. 3 and 4, a little more stagnant, not like a normal track, but there is a little bit of a grip patch up there, and you can naturally just see side by side racing up there potentially. But 1 and 2 is going to be that tricky corner. Turn 2 especially, you're bound to find 5 drivers are going to hit that wall tonight. Not a problem whatsoever. That's just the nature of this really high banked 1 mile track here, and we're getting a little bit into the season, Dustin. We're on race number 6 here of the 2026 B schedule with these trucks, and I've already seen, like I said, turn 2. It's got some paint scraped already off these things.
Yeah, and that's not going to be the last of it either, for sure. Especially once the green flag drops and these drivers really start hammering down on that loud pedal, it's gonna get pretty crazy. But it we sit here and get some long runs. Jeremy, tires are going to be a thing as well. We talk about it time and time again. Drivers, some drivers are better on the short runs, mid runs. Some have got the long run down. Some are good on a couple, they're good on the short run and the long run, but mid not so much. So that's going to play a factor into it with this, because this is not a traditional shaped track either. So it does have some challenge there and can play hectic on those tires if a driver elects to overdrive it and overrun them.
Yeah, can it ever, right? For sure. So, that's key, right? If you go high onto 1 and then swoop down into 2, of course you can get that launch off the corner. But when you turn that wheel sharp to go down to the bottom of 2, that's where tire wear sets in. You're going to destroy the right front, rip it to shreds. And if you're trying to have a long green flag run, that's probably not the way to do it, I would say. I don't know about you, Dustin, but I'm not doing it. every single lap. But
No.
checkered flag is out in the practice session. Braxton DeWeese, the only Ford F-150 in the field, going to take the fastest time at a 23.129.
Ford
That's
proud.
easy. That's right. That's me. You switched back to Chevy. That's fine. I've always been a Ford
Not
guy.
in
So
trucks. I switched back to Ram, man. I'm a Mopar guy.
you did. Yeah, you in our 2K3, you were Dodge for a while. So does not surprise me. And when that, I can't say cup car, but when the O'Reilly car comes out, I know I'm going to be getting some requests. So,
No way.
all right, here we go. Full screen qualifying underway here. So we're going to watch these guys go around Rockingham. As we got, I think we had 8 entries or 9, possibly 9, Dustin. 9 tonight here. So let's see what we can do here. Set the virtual fans on their feet and see some great racing from the Smoky Mountain Sim Race and Truck Series, boys. And we're going to go on board with some of the fastest. This is Joey LeMay, Truck 00 here as he opens up lap number 1, running the middle lane and turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, and one thing we didn't cover in the countdown to green presented by Icon Apparel Company, Jeremy, on the right side of your screen now, points. So after last week's race, Braxton DeWeese knocked Eddie Baker out of the top spot by a whole whopping 3 points. But very close. Those two in a dead heat battle. Chris Cash sitting P3 right now, 79 points out of that top spot. So again, a big spread from third on back, but those top two, Jeremy, I mean, they're duking it.
Yeah, no, 1000% there. They are on top of one another. And Dustin, don't mind 15th and 16th place in points. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that got there. Sorry, Kevin Bullock, Mitch Diamond, Stephen Harden, and Charles Whitehead. I just,
The production crew have bettered you in the points, at least coming into this event. So
sorry about that, guys. It just, it is what it is. And when you race a race, you get credit for it. And so we just did that at Darlington. So that was a lot of fun, actually. Shortened race, a lot of fun. But we're not on track. We're on production. And for the first time tonight, we got a 22-second time posted, and that is that F-150 from Braxton DeWeese. As we're cycling through with Stephen Harden here in the 27 on lap number 1 to close out this qualifying session.
yeah, he's out there trying to lay down a quick lap this time. Only a few trucks still left to qualify, Jeremy. Bill Hagan still out on the track, obviously on board with Steve Harden right now, and Tyler Robertson out there as well, trying to set down a qualifying time. We're actually going to jump on board with the 88 here, watch him go around as well. So as it sits right now, Jeremy, 9 drivers are out there, 8 of which are attempting to take time. The only one that is not taking time is the 0-1 entry of Kevin Bullock, has not hit the track for qualifying, but the other 8 are locked in, at least on time.
We're going to watch this 88 go around one more time here. This is the final lap. I do believe that's being posted in this session. Off of turn 4 here. Let's see what Tyler can do. He ran a 23.6 to open it up, and he's going to close it up with a 23.433, not going to advance a position. P6 for the driver number 88. And with a minute and 15 left in qualifying, we're done. Unless Kevin Bullock decides to jump on track. So far, not happening. So Braxton DeWeese going to be credited with the pole here this evening, which I have to confirm by looking at the schedule. This is not his first pole. This is his third pole. It'll be Daytona, Darlington last week, and then it looks like it's going to hold for Rockingham here tonight.
Yeah. Very quick driver, knows how to get it done. Actually super excited to see what's going on. Eddie Baker, second in points, only 3 back from Braxton DeWeese. Was only about a 10th and a half off of that time. So very close times. But again, that was single lap, hot lapping it. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to enjoy trying to watch these two duke it out, especially when you incorporate tire wear into the concept as well. Fuel strategy, pit strategy. It's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see what the time. The long run is going to be the question, right? Because we don't. You kind of mentioned the tire wears is more drastic here than other tracks, and we're going to see that fall off, and we're going to see if they all fall off together, if they space themselves out. With only 8 to 9 trucks in the field, as a viewer, you want to watch them really bunched up there this whole time. But this is a short track mentality, and some things get a little spacey out here. So we're going to find out as qualifying is over. That means gridding. Presented by Brez Coffee Co. Here is your starting lineup for race number 6 of the 2026 B season. Braxton DeWeese and Joey LeMay take your front row, row 2. Stephen Harden in the 27, Eddie Baker in the 84, row 3 and 5th. Bill Hagan, truck number 5, Tyler Robinson in truck number 6, or in 6th place rather. Christopher Cash there in 7th place. Bryson Colwell in 8th. And Kevin Bullock does get on track, so he will be your 9th and final entry here this evening. And that was once again presented by Brez Coffee Co. To get your morning started the right way, head yourself to brezcoffeeco.com and use promotion code SUPERNERD. You're going to save 10% off your purchase. And there you go. There's our sweet, sugary joystick. I said that backwards. Sugary sweet joystick. Either way, there's a package. That's what you're going to look for searching the word nerd. Pick yourself up a medium coffee ground package today.
Absolutely. And these drivers are definitely going to want to have some type of caffeine for sure, especially for tonight's event. This track is challenging, Jeremy. It is a driver's track through and through. You already mentioned the short track mentality. A lot of tracks that are, at that mile length that technically are not really deemed a short track, but have that mentality. We talked about it. Dover is definitely one of those with that short track mentality. Rockingham is one of those as well. And if things, get heated, it does have those short track tempers as well. So, but as we stated, I mean, this is a driver's track. You either enjoy this track or this is a track that you're just trying to survive and move on to next week. So,
Yeah, I mean, this is a very tricky track. It is a very on top of the wheel kind of thing. High banking, sharp radius of corners. When you try to run high speeds competitively, the rear end of these trucks can simply just, slip out from underneath you at any given moment, even if you think you have it dialed in. So that's kind of tough to manage through this race. And we're going to watch them do it for 150 laps as green flag in the air here for the 6th race of the season. As we're going to barrel off into turn number 1, 2 by 2 by 2. Oh, we already got a wreck almost in the back. Contact to the back of the 88. Tyler Robinson gets him loose. They check up. We almost had a 4-truck wreck there off of turn number 1, but somehow they do not wreck it. We stay green.
yeah, and that checked up the back 3 drivers. That's Bryson Colwell, Chris Cash, and Kevin Bullock. Checked them all up. So they already start the race off pace, but we do have 150 laps total race distance on this one here. But we do have stage break at the conclusion of lap 38 tonight. So these drivers, Jeremy, this is a perfect opportunity to go out there, get a feel for what your truck can do and cannot do. Take notes, learn from it. Oh, LeMay hard into the wall there on that front stretch. Bounced it off there. But as I was saying, learn what the truck can and can't do, take notes of it, and then apply that to the longer second stage.
Yeah, only 38 laps in this first stage. If they stay green flag, that'll fly through quick. And then you got to think to yourself as a driver, all right, I know who's fast, who's not, who's running where, and how do I need to manage my throttle? Do I need to get on the brakes more? Do I need to roll center more? Do I need to run the right rear? Do I just need clean air? There's so many questions that you can ask yourself as a driver. This track is short, but it's fast because of the high bank. And we're going to ride on board here with some of the drivers, especially the one up, I'd say running P1 to start this thing. As quick time posted by the 47, Bryson Colwell there back in 8th place. Look at him putting up some good speed.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely pushing it. Remember, he was one of the 3 trucks that got checked up on that start. So definitely trying to push it very hard to try to get back up there. And it shows as he was able to pick up the twistedspeedsetups.com quick time award for that lap. So again, the alerts will be popping up to bring the information to you guys that we may not be covering on camera at that point in time. So it's nice to give shout outs for drivers that are fast. And as I say that, Joey LeMay just takes over that top spot of the Twisted Speed Setups quick time.
Yeah, and he's you can obviously tell he's closed in on Braxton already. Braxton could be playing the long game, or maybe he went too hard in the paint early and overheated the right front. We're gonna get a good look at that here in the next couple of laps as he kind of maintains pace with the truck number 8 in front of him here as Braxton DeWeese leads the first 7 of the scheduled 38 laps here for stage number 1. Little bounce off the wall. It's not the first time he's done that. LeMay hits it this time off of turn 2 for the first time. On lap 1, he actually bounced it off of turn 4 coming to the second lap.
Yeah, and Jeremy, remember, I mean, that fall update last fall in these trucks, dirty air plays a factor. And I've been seeing that a lot. The last 2 times we've seen that zero truck bounce off the wall, and we just seen it again was when he was close to the rear end, the back bumper of the Ada Braxton DeWeese, Jeremy. So I would have to say a little bit of that dirty air might be playing a factor in that. And it just pushes that truck. It takes all the downforce off that front nose and just shoots it right up the track.
Yeah, it really does. There's we're going a little bit of a wider angle here, looking through the field. Top 5 in your screen, 6 on back. Forget about them. They are back there. As we're going to turn on iRacing iFlag track map early to kind of showcase what 11 laps looks like at Rockingham, even with the small field. You can see the gap is about a quarter of a track length there, Dustin.
Yeah. And I mean, again, part of that was that checkup that was at the start of the race. But I mean, your top 5 have pretty much checked out. Bill Hagan is kind of on an island of his own in the 5 truck there. And then you have Bryson Colwell, Chris Cash back there duking it out, and Kevin Butler still sniffing the draft back there as Chris Cash trying to take a battle to the inside of the 47 here at the start finish line.
Yeah, get a little side by side, 47 versus 69. Bryce goes all the way up to the top of the track. There's that swoop down to turn 2 that I mentioned in the pre-race. And he gets a decent launch there, but he could not get to the white line, so he did have to check up a little bit for that outside wall. Overslides the entrance, really has to back it down there, gives up a whole truck length to the 69 of Christopher Cash as they cross the line here to complete their lap number 12. On to lap 13. Bryce goes back to the top. Kevin looking in the middle there, now goes to the bottom, gets a good launch off of turn 2. So Kevin's going to put himself into the picture here for the first time.
Yeah, and it looks like the 47, I mean, just tight, Jeremy. I don't know if that's by choice, by design to run that midline, but it seems like he struggles to take it down there. And when he does, the truck just does not handle the way that he probably wishes that it would handle. So right now, 47 Bryson Colwell under attack from the 0-1 of Kevin Bullock.
Yep, trying. That's what he's doing. And you got some closeness up there in the front half of the field, but this is probably the close to truck battle right now.
Actually, we had a lot of movement up at the front of the field. Sorry to interrupt you there while we're watching
let's
this
take
battle.
a look.
Yeah, Eddie Baker takes over P2. Tyler Robinson in the 88 takes over P3. And we're still keeping our eye on this battle here because this is a close battle. And Joey LeMay falls back to P4 as Kevin Bullock still trying to work the inside, has to back out on corner entry, gives it up on entry. But there's that cut down. Whoa, man, what a slide job. And then an attempted crossover, but to no avail. Kevin Bullock, move him up to P8.
Let's see if Bryce can get back to him. But in the meantime, we're going to focus on the 84 making some big moves out here. Eddie Baker just 1 second outside of Braxton DeWeese here as he's got a battle with Tyler Robinson, who almost got in that wreck there, lap 1, turn 1 with a little back bumper check. As we're going to see the pass here And now they're right next to the 8 at this point. And then once you go side by side of Rockingham, you lose so much pace to the guy in front of you. And especially when Joey does not give it up entirely. He got really tight off of turn 2. He was forced to give it up, and that's how Tyler Robinson was able to get around Joey LeMay as well. So that
Yeah.
reshakes up second, third, and fourth. Now they got to focus and track down the race lead. No, Tyler Robinson passes Eddie Baker now. New spot, P number 2, truck number 88.
Yeah, and again, it's the 0 Joey LeMay got tight, skimmed the wall there during that 3-truck battle. But right now, your biggest mover is that truck on your screen right now, the 88 of Tyler Robertson, moving up to P2, now trying to chase down. And Jeremy, this is a good time to bring up our Buddy versus Buddy presented by Frost Buddy. That's frostbuddy.com/nerditudes. See where he compares with your race leader, Braxton DeWeese, in that 8 right now. And Jeremy, he may have been faster to get around the 84 Eddie Baker, but 4 out of his last 5 laps, he has been slower than that 8. He is losing time to your race leader.
Losing time to the race leader. Negative. Oh, and that's really gonna just put you in the negative, isn't it? Though he almost mimicked the time of Deweese that last lap, but nope, not this time. Slams the outside wall, goes the 88 here of Tyler, and he does not lose any ground there to Eddie Baker. Eddie's tires are really falling off. Dustin, that long run game here, they go about what 55.5 laps is what we got calculated here on our twistedspeedsetup.com in truck telemetry stat page, as they're not even halfway through their field cycle, only on lap 22, and the spacing in the field dust, and you can see that it's just not easy here at Rockingham.
No, it's not. And that's the thing. That's what is going to win a race here at Rockingham. If you can get long runs in a race, a driver that can manage and have the best long run drive is going to get that each and every time. If you have a race that is just filled with those flappy yellow fabric things, short run is where it's at. But right now, Braxton DeWeese is showing that long run, that's what he's capitalizing on right now, and it's showing.
Yeah, 2.16 seconds is the gap right now, as Braxton just continued to set the pace, set the standard, set everything here. Lap 25 underway, 14 laps to go in stage 1. And we're just watching him. He's kind of maintaining pace. Tyler Robinson is. He's keeping that 2.1-ish. Eddie Baker still losing a lot. That looks like corner entries where the 80 or 84 is just really struggling. And Steve Hardner in the 27 kind of closing in a little bit.
Yeah, he's been really creeping in, and that the back shot there of the camera angles and has been closing in on Eddie Baker. Like you said, Eddie seems like he is struggling on corner entry. It seems like, center off, from the apex to corner exit, not too bad, but he seems like he loses a lot of time on that corner entry, and that's exactly where the 27 of Stephen Harden is starting to really close him in.
Just continue to watch the spacing here, a little loose there from the 27. Easy digging. He's trying to get there. He's back to second and a half over the 88. Or sorry, I read that wrong. He's 0.8 seconds off the third place Eddie Baker there. Steve is. And LeMay is dropping like a rock. Remember, he was top 2, top 3, and he's back to 7.3, back in 5th place at this time. 11 laps to go. Stage number 1. And we got 22, 23 laps or second laps here, Dustin. The 47 of Colwell is at 20 seconds now. He might go a lap down before this stage 1's even over with.
Yeah, he very well could. I mean, he is 19.8 seconds off your race leader of Braxton DeWeese. We are working 10 laps to go in stage 1. He very well could go a lap down. Now, the good news is he would be the only one a lap down. So when that stage break caution would come out, is he hard impact off a turn 2 exit there. he would receive the extra lap presented by Extra Life award, put him back on that lead lap, but definitely going to have to take the notes that he learned from this stage here and apply it on that longer stage 2.
Yeah, 1000%. He's gonna have to utilize that knowledge and get a little bit better here. 21 seconds back with gonna be 7 laps to go this time. Braxton 3.5 over Robinson. Baker second and a half back still, so second to place really just stagnant. Steve Harden is lost the pace a touch. I thought he was going to be able to catch Baker, but he's dropped back from 0.7 to 0.9. So he's going to kind of have to regroup here and maybe just set himself up for the next stage. But here is a decent little battle here as Joey LeMay still struggling with a not so good handling truck as the 47 of Colwell is quickly approaching here. Or sorry, Bill Hagen there. I'm sorry. They have like same colors. Had me mixed
They
up for a
do.
second.
Yeah, that's Bill Hagen closing in on the 0 of Joey LeMay. And he's been creeping in, Jeremy. 6 laps to go in stage 1. Seems like he's getting him in corner entry there, but LeMay has whatever he's been doing from center off has really been working, at least at 3 and 4. As he stretched that pace out a little bit, but now Bill Hagen is starting to close back in. We're going to keep an eye on this battle here because this is about one of your closest ones. You see LeMay goes up on corner exit out of 4, gets that good run out of there, and that's what's helping him kind of space out down that front stretch.
Yeah, doing pretty decent job right here as we got a good little view off the trucks. Oh, man, Joey LeMay just going to destroy himself here once more. And there goes double 5 Bill Hagen to the inside of the 00. Pass completed with 4 laps to go. Now can Joey recover here and get that position back, or is there just too much damage to that 0? Drives it in deep into 1, going to slide it on corner entry. Not going to help him even through corner exit.
That
so
right
Bill
front's
Hagen's going to
cooked.
take the spot. Oh, it is on fire, Dustin.
Yeah, it's cooked. I mean, you could see that. I mean, LeMay tried. He dove it down to the inside to try to get that good inside line, and that truck was just having no part of it whatsoever. And he had to actually back out of the throttle to keep it out of the wall. So that right front is definitely cooked. And this track is a tire killer on that right front, Jeremy. So bad. It's one of the worst tire wears on that right front. And most of the tracks that UC ran on the schedule.
Yeah, 100% there. 2 laps to go. We're just going to cycle through these drivers as DeWeese is just putting a spanking on the field here with a 5-second lead over Robinson, 6.5 over Baker, and then Steve Harden, who's 7.6 out, kind of just keeping that 1-second margin between himself and Eddie Baker. 1 to go. White flag is out for stage number 1. And we're going to find our first caution of the evening as this guy just going to lead all 38 laps to start this event.
Yeah, flag to flag for stage 1. And there you go. Braxton DeWeese takes your stage 1 victory on that one as the caution will come out. There it is to lock it in. So excellent run, Jeremy. And that's that long run. That is going to be where it's at, hands down. And I don't know if anybody has any long run speed to match that of the 8 of Braxton DeWeese.
Yeah, we don't know. We're going to see what happens during this pit cycle here. But while they get that figured out, we're going to go ahead and take our first picture-in-picture commercial break of the evening. Let these guys cycle through pit road, regroup, and all that fun jazz. And then we'll be back shortly for the start of stage number 2 for race number 6 at Rockingham.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair. Now available.
And back here, full screen as pit stops and all that stuff is completed. We are stacked up 2 by 2, and we are going back to racing on lap 43. So it'll be a total of 58 laps, or sorry, 108 laps to complete this event here for race number 6 at Rockingham for the Smoky Mountain Sim Racing Truck Series. Pace car dropping down now. We're just going to get to the 3, 2, 1, and green flag. Green flag back is out here for the second time. Stage number 2 officially underway, and Braxton DeWeese just hit the nitrous button early, and he's going to go to an early 5 truck length advantage. And let's see what happens here in the front half of this field. Who's going to cycle through and be a potential contender?
Yeah, and under caution too, you guys seen the alert pop up. The 47 of Bryson Colwell was awarded the extra lap presented by Extra Life Award, so he is back on the lead lap now. Braxton DeWeese still out to a commanding lead. 88, little loose on corner entry there, but 88 of Tyler Robertson trying to track him down. 84, Eddie Baker in third. Joey LeMay in fourth. And then we've got a battle going on here for fifth. That's currently held by the 5 truck of Bill Hagan, but Kevin Bullock in that 0-1 had a little bit of a revitalized drive behind him as he's trying to get something going.
Yeah, get a little 3 truck battle right here. We got a heavy crash. Bryce Colwell just destroys turn 1. He goes up and over. All 4 wheels, I think, came off the ground, and this is going to be it for the 47. We say green flag, but watch this. I think it was an overcorrection here, Michael McDowell style.
It was.
And he's just gonna, man, all 4 wheels just for a split second come off the ground. Heavy front end damage, smoke all over the place.
And we got more
That's the
action
first
going
crash.
on, Jeremy.
Oh no, Kevin Bullock is going to be out the very same lap, and we stay green flag again somehow. And this is going to be in front of Christopher Cash, just
got
loosey-goosey
loose.
dusting. Cold tires, man.
Oh, man, not as heavy of an impact, but still heavy damage. Motor damage, that power plant smoking. That's going to be it for driver 01 as we do have a caution out on the track. Man, everything just went, and that's going to be your driver who is running second place. That looks like it's going to involve he was leading Tyler Robertson as he was racing. Oh! Came right across on the nose of the 8 there on corner exit, and around goes Tyler. Oh, Chris Cash, heavy impact. What is... Oh, man, it's just so good. Stage 1 was doing fantastic, Jeremy, and everything just changed.
He found the speed to match Braxton here. He had a contender, and then, just probably got too much air off that right rear spoiler. Got the truck tight, could not make the corner, and then
Braxton had nowhere else to go. I mean, he was already against the wall. He couldn't sit here and let off, and the nose was there. Oh, that is unfortunate.
Yep, and we'll see what happens as Tyler Robertson does get tagged for the wreck. Of course, he's going to be EOL, so he's going to get some repairs done to that truck. And is that Joey LeMay who stays out there? Joey LeMay going to lead his first laps here this evening, staying out. This is an interesting call. We know he had a lot of tire wear fall off there on that first stage, but doing it for the points goes to 00.
Yeah, I mean, and not a bad call. Try to get any points you can. Jeremy, I've done this at tracks that I have tried, and there you see the Frost Buddy iced out end of line. Penalty given to the 88 of Tyler Robertson for bringing out that yellow flag there. And like I said, I mean, there wasn't anything bad with that either, Jeremy. And I feel that you're right with this. I mean, there was as close as Tyler and Braxton were running, there was a lot of air being packed on that right rear. So I would believe that there was a little bit of pull that was happening on that 88 as well. And when these things start pulling, kind of like the new ARCA cars, you get that side draft, you get that air packed on there, these cars will pull and you can fight it, but it is tough. Like that car will just start doing its own thing. In the ARCA car, and the trucks will do the very same thing. So tough situation.
We're looking about 5 to be on the grid here for the second restart, third overall start of the evening. And we'll see if anybody else kind of sneaks up here right before they do go green flag, but it looks like it's going to be Joey LeMay P1, Eddie Baker second, the 5 of Bill Hagan third. Braxton DeWeese somehow finds himself in fourth, even though I guess he had a little bit more damage than what I expected for him to have. And then the 27 of Stephen Harden is there. It looks like Robertson is 48 and dropping, so he's out. And then Christopher Cash parks it. He wasn't even involved in that wreck, I don't think.
Yes,
and,
he was.
there
He ended up T-boning the rear end
Oh,
of
did he?
Tyler
Okay.
Robertson. Yep, absolutely.
Well, here you go. Green flag back in the air here. Looks like it's a 5-truck race to open up this start. And Braxton goes right down to the bottom underneath the 84 of Eddie Baker. Joey LeMay is going to have to try to do something if he wants to lead more than one lap. And they're going to make quick work of him, Dustin. They're already on the back bumper of the 0.
Yeah, he is right there trying to, again, trying to get close, trying to pack some air on that. Got to be careful of that dirty air, but Braxton trying to do anything. He's going to try to take it low if the opportunity presents itself, and it does right there. Nose on the inside, race for the race lead right now, side by side. Braxton DeWeese, Joey LeMay. Doesn't get it, though, is the 84 Eddie Baker going to try to go up behind him. Now, Braxton gets that run on that inside, side by side as they come to the line. Dead heat as they go off into one.
Good battle. Here's the 0. Somehow is holding on strong. Tire temps are back up on that truck, so he's able to compete a little bit more. Eddie now going to try to make quick pass here on the inside of turn 3. He's got the opportunity. He does. Does Joey cross over completely? No. Doesn't get the throttle down entirely. 84 sole possession of P number 2.
Yeah, Braxton DeWeese back up to where he was at before. But Jeremy, there's been a revitalized drive in that 84 as he is right on the rear bumper of Braxton going into the corner.
Yeah, 1000% here. Looking at him, he can smell the fumes off the Yates exhaust as we're on lap 55 of the scheduled 150, so just under 100 laps remaining in race number 6 here. As we're gonna go, I think I'm gonna call the action and go drone camera, and we're gonna see around this aerial view what this looks like, and we just perfectly had the drone in place on top of the 84 for this moment. This is presented by Boozy Tipsy Camera and QuickTime 84 Eddie Baker. Presented by Twisted Pizza. Go and get your fastest lap of the night.
Yeah, he is cruising. He is tracking that 8 of Braxton DeWeese right now. You see he goes about a half a lane up. Jeremy has to break that dirty air. That way he can get that front nose downforce and try to make that corner. Look at the closing rate he has going into the corner there. Has to check it up just a little bit. He's got a much better and faster entry into the corner than that of Braxton DeWeese, but Braxton DeWeese has got an excellent center off speed, and that's it. They're evening themselves out, Jeremy. They'll close in on one, pull away on another, and then just rinse and repeat every lap, but they're pulling away from third place right now, Joey LeMay.
I love to see it, man. Loving this right here as we're still flying, and Dustin, the smoothest iRacing drone flyer you're ever going to find anywhere on this platform. He's going to watch. He's going to be casual here and try to maybe land it on top of the same truck he flew it off of shortly, as we're catching a little bit of turbulence from the 8. Got a little bumpy with the air. Not a problem here. Cycling through back, looking from the leader onward to the whole field that's left over. As we got a 2-second gap from first back to 5th. Dustin, these guys are a little more buttoned up. They did that homework. They did the research while on pit road. They thought about it, and they're all keeping up with each other a little nicer.
Yeah. Yep. And that's that's what a lot of drivers will do is they will use that first stage. That's why I don't take into account how well somebody runs in stage one of, how well they're going to do in the race, because a lot of it is that's a homework thing. They're doing their homework, what works, what doesn't work. Okay, that didn't work, so we're not going to do that, but we're going to replace it with something else. And that's what the drivers do. They do their homework, and it's worked. I mean, since we've gotten the green flag, Braxton DeWeese has not really gapped out Eddie Baker as much as what he did at the start of that first stage. I mean, we're sitting at 0.3 of a second difference right now. So it's, again, drivers doing their homework, man. That's what happens.
That is exactly what happens, and you're still gonna have that tire wear fall if you can't do 100% of the work. You gotta do applications, and if you can't apply it, then you're still gonna fall. But at least you have the idea. And Eddie Baker still underneath a half a second. Joey LeMay being, I thought was gonna be a person who's gonna fall off a cliff, but he is maintaining strong in third place multiple laps after he makes some contact there to the outside wall. That's his third time that we've seen on camera that he's found some white paint on the outside.
Yeah, but I mean that one there was a very light touch, but yeah, he's been holding and maintaining. But right now, I mean, Bill Hagan and Steve Harden, they are tracking, Jeremy. They are closing in. It's only about a 3 to 4 truck length difference between third and fourth. That's LeMay and Hagan. So that is going to be a battle that here in the next few laps could be heating up. Up front, still Braxton DeWeese, as he's now starting to stretch that lead out, Jeremy, since we talked about it before, has gained 5 tenths now on second place Eddie Baker. It was at 3 tenths last time we were talking about. Now it's 8 tenths. He's starting to apply that long run mentality and game.
Yep, it's clearly paying off for him right now. As we're almost to that 1 second mark here, lap 66. We're gonna turn up the tude section presented by the Butt Kicker. We're gonna listen to these trucks go around Rockingham, and we're gonna take a break from the microphone. We'll be right back. And back here to full screen, that was the Turn Up the Tubes presented by the Butt Kicker, which we have a very nice 69 laps left.
Giggity!
In this race here is we're watching the number 8 Braxton DeWeese out here with a 5.2 second lead, Dustin over now third place Stephen Harden and that 27 tracking Baker as they got about a 1.5 second gap, which is about where they were, before the caution flag in stage 1.
Yeah, flawless soundboard work, my man. Absolutely love it. Flawless. We have fun up here. Yeah, it's things getting stretched out after that just crazy turn of events that we had, starting with Bryson Colwell getting loose, and then Michael McDowell the outside wall, Kevin Bullock getting loose out of the corner, blowing his engine, and then the caution that came out with the 88 of Tyler Robertson getting tight, drifting up across the nose of the 8 of Braxton DeWeese that brought that caution out, that also collected the 69 of Chris Cash. So it things have kind of mellowed out a little bit, Jeremy. We've got 5 trucks on the lead lap out there running right now. Technically, there's 6 trucks running. Tyler Robertson is out there, but he is quite a ways off the pace, Jeremy. Just quite a ways off the pace.
Are you sure about that? I'm not too sure.
A stab in the dark.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it is 9:47 p.m. Eastern. You might be completely dark in the central time zone, but it is dark outside here on the East Coast. And we're tracking this guy right now. Just no pressure from behind, no pressure out front, no nothing. LeMay is back to 11.5 second difference from the race leader after staying out and picking up a lap, or I think he led 3 total laps, a couple under caution plus the 1 initial on the restart. After that, it's been the 8 truck back at it all the way through, Dustin. And since we're about halfway, a little bit halfway, let's talk about points, if we can kick the points back up here, just to kind of recap on that since we have a little bit of time. Braxton came in with a 3-point lead, and the person second in points is also second place. So not much of a spread difference will happen if they do finish in that current orientation. But the 27, however, Steve Harden, he is behind us in points, Dustin. After tonight, no more. He's going to pass us. He's going to jump up, I would imagine at least the 4 positions available. Tyler Robinson's right in front of him after that, but he's 14 laps down in 6th. So this will jump him up 4, maybe 5. I'm going to say 4 positions. So that'd be good for the 27.
Yeah, 27, Steve Harden definitely going to hop up there. Braxton DeWeese, I mean, both of these drivers, I mean, that's why they're so close-knit right now in first and second in the standings, being DeWeese and Baker. And they're running exactly that, like you said, first and second on the scoring pylon. The only difference is bonus points, Jeremy. So there will be some bonus points that are going to be had. Braxton DeWeese did get the pole. So there's bonus points there. Driver leading the lap. Obviously, we know Braxton DeWeese has led a lap. So, I mean, there's going to be bonus points that are there. And, I mean, let's take a look at our lap leaders. There you go. Eddie Baker has not led a lap, so no bonus points there. There'll be bonus points for leading the most laps, Jeremy, and that's at 88 laps right now, which, guess what? That's going to be the most laps led by any driver with the amount of laps that are left at 59. Nobody's going to pass 88 laps. So Braxton DeWeese will wrap up the most laps led bonus points as well. So he will gain a few more out of that as well.
It looks like it right there. Absolutely. This 8 truck is going to collect them all, like he's got some Pokemon battles to come up to later on. But
Jeremy.
What?
Jeremy.
What do you have?
So I have something going on here. I just got word. So I mean, we all know Brad Keselowski and his awesome texting shenanigans while racing. Somehow this driver on your screen right now just sat here and messaged me on Discord just a short bit ago as well, and said, "Let's do an in-race interview." LOL. Seeing as, I mean, he's out on an island by himself. So why don't we bring in our race leader and current championship standings leader, Braxton
Okay.
DeWeese, for an in-race
Let's do
interview?
this. Okay. Grabbing him right now. This is going to be first in our history here. Found broadcast, what, 488 now? So
488.
488. Speaking of number 8, truck number 8. Current race leader, green flag conditions for the first time ever on Nerd TV. Interviewing the race leader while green flag. What's going on, man? No, he didn't want to talk to us, Dustin.
Good talk. Good talk. This man messages me on Discord and says, "Let's do an in-race interview," and then doesn't even show up for his own in-race interview. Oh, man. We got played, Jeremy. We got played by Braxton DeWeese. Hello? Did we lose everything? Uh-oh. Did Discord just die? No, Discord. Are we back?
Yep, Discord issues live in real time.
Oh my goodness. Like it was completely silent. It was still picking up mine. And I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, hey, Discord not lighting up. What's going on? And like nothing was happening. Yay for technology. Hooray.
Let's wait a few more laps, but that's probably why we didn't get a word from Braxton. That happened right when I pulled him in. So
yeah,
either he caused the issue.
Oh, we are totally blaming him.
That's fine, but you got Eddie Baker came down pit road. He's got 4 freshies. He's gonna whip right back around here and get his lap back. So we'll let this ride out. Maybe we'll wait for Braxton to come down pit road before we get that interview in. Because pit road is still a thing, Dustin. They got to come down at least that one more time. So we're going to let it happen first. And we'll see how much ground this 84 can make up, by the way, since he came down first with that early pit stop.
Yeah.
That movement.
Not a bad call.
Dude.
Not a bad call to try to shortcut it. You know, I mean, he wasn't gaining on Braxton. So not a bad call, knowing that everybody is going to have to pit at least one more time for fuel anyway to make it to the end. As Braxton DeWeese is coming down. So might not have been a bad call to shortcut it on that one to try to get out front and try to get a little distance between himself and the 8 of Braxton DeWeese.
Yeah, I like it. And here we go. He's on pit road. So the 27 now taking over the race lead. It's your third different leader of the evening. As we got him and Bill Hagan on top of one another, battling this thing out until they come down pit road. And so we've seen the top couple come down. We should see the rest of them starting to file in really quick, which is the 27 and 5. Who drops down first? It's not going to be them two this lap, as 27 is going to lead yet another one here with 48 laps remaining.
Yeah, and again, trying to ride it out. They are the last 2 to pit right now. Braxton DeWeese still out front, came out in front of Eddie Baker. So Eddie Baker did close the gap a little bit, Jeremy, on the 8 of Braxton DeWeese by trying to shortcut a little bit, but did not take over the race lead with the lead that the 8 of Braxton DeWeese was able to gain during that last green flag run. But that 84 is much closer in that rearview mirror this time around as we start what is the final stint for these drivers.
Yeah, 46 laps to go. Still waiting the last 2 to come down pit road. Gonna watch this time here. We don't get the true differential until we see the leaders come down, and the 8 and the 84 aren't one lap down. There's the 8. He's gonna go to the inside. This is gonna really mess things up. Yeah, he just nowhere to go, trying to squeeze it on the bottom, and It's maybe one of those moves should have went to the outside, but you see Eddie Baker, he's in that window. He is in
Oh!
contact. 88-27. Race leaders involved in this one. Doesn't get hurt, but the 88 gets way more damage as he slams the outside wall in turn 1.
Yeah, and Steve Harden definitely going to have some damage on that one as well. A little bit of contact as that racing was going on, and got the 27 loose. Right now, Bill Hagan looking to go to the inside, Jeremy. So damage definitely high as a 27 way up there. Bill Hagan, new leader, the Victory Fuel New Leader Award going to the 5 of Bill Hagan as he's going to try to work himself around 3 and 4 to lead his first lap of the night.
Yep, there he goes. New race leader, your 4th different leader of this evening. And there is Steve Harden on pit road there. 43 to go. Coming down for the final green flag pit stop and only green flag pit stop of this evening. And then we're going to cycle to this guy, if you didn't expect it already. Braxton back to the lead, and he's going to have...
Well, Will, as soon as he passes Bill. Bill Hagan just entered pit road.
Yes. Yes, he will. And that'll be a difference of about 2 seconds is the differential between 8 and 84. As the 8 just knows how to run this long run. The short run's been toss-up, Dustin, but the long run just, right there. New race leader, Braxton Deweese. He's the one in charge, and as long as he can do what he's been doing, he's going to have no problem talking to us at the end of this race. Oh, no! Hey, Tyler continuing to have problems. That's his 3rd major hit of the night, and this is probably his last one.
Yeah, he just got wicked loose coming out of turn 2, Jeremy. Very similar to Kevin Bullock in the 0-1. You're going to see him come out right there, already breaking loose. And once it broke loose and tires lost rear grip, Jeremy, it was just along for the ride.
Absolutely just along for the ride right there. And, yeah, that's going to take the 88 out. And then we have some issues possibly with the 27 on cold tires. Stephen Harden, whoopsie daisies. Does he hit the 5 of Bill Hagan? No, he's not going to. But bam! Heavy damage to the front nose of his car.
And that may be it for him, Jeremy. We're going to be down to he's still out there running. I don't know how well that truck is, but he's still out there running in 5th place. Bill Hagan in 4th right now. Joey LeMay in 3rd, and then Braxton Deweese still out there in that top spot with Eddie Baker trailing behind him by 2 seconds. You want to try it now? See if Discord's going to play nice. See if maybe we can't get that in race interview that Braxton was talking about.
Sure. Let's figure this out. Always hesitate when you try to do that, but now it looks like Discord's smooth. He's got a 2 1/4 lead. He did say he gave Dustin the verbal agreement to do this, so it's not like we're going on a limb here. As we got 37 to go. If he doesn't want to talk to us, he can just simply say no, and then we'll put him right back. So try it for the 2nd time. Braxton, do you have a copy here?
That's a big negatory by the sounds of it.
All right, that'll be our final attempt there. We've tried twice and no good. So
this man,
we'll let him go.
This man talked about an interview. We pulled him not once, but twice, and he ghosted us.
Unbelievable, one would say. As well, just have to watch, man. Maybe his microphone will just magically work whenever we get to the interview portion of the show, presented by iRacing iFlag, and we're going to watch Eddie Baker go around here. A couple of partner shout outs, really. We've been really digging some Dubby recently. I know I've been starting my morning.
Do that. I know the 2 you're going to throw out, and I do not have banners made for it yet, Jeremy. I have been slacking.
Because I just pulled these out of a hat and to give them recent shout outs. One's on your screen now, Frost Buddy. to contain all your drinks.
That was the other one.
Because we love drinking here, the non-alcoholic versions. But yeah, so W, I've been starting my mornings with either Braz Coffee Co. or recently with the W S'mores drink. That's a wake me
Delicious.
up drink that tastes so good with oat milk.
Oh, so good.
And then yeah, absolutely. And then I got the Dragonade and it's in my cup, and man, am I wired. I am. That's 2 broadcasts in a row where I've tried it during the broadcast, and it is, let me tell you, at only 150 milligrams, if you're used to those 200 milligram drinks, it is working better than those even. So it's good stuff. It's very good, flavorful,
And
and easy to make. You just put it in a shaker cup, put it in the fridge, and when you're ready, it's just ready for you.
yeah, and I mean the crazy thing is it's got less of the caffeine of those big name energy drinks, but it's cleaner. It doesn't have a lot of dyes or anything else with it, and you don't get the crash that you would with the energy drinks because it doesn't have the stuff in there like the taurine and things like that. So, very clean energy on that, which is something that us nerds absolutely love with the amount of time we put in behind the screens and behind the cameras. It's always good. And for the amount of time that we put in behind the sim rig as pretend race car drivers, just like these guys out here, it definitely works out.
I am a real sim racer. I don't know about you, pretend driverness. Um, I saw a video and I was like, how we are cost efficient, sir. We drive $250,000 cars with a $5,000 budget, so we actually saved ourselves $200,000.
We just don't make
So
the money
we're
that they do. See, that's
no,
the trade off, my guy.
I drive their car for way less than they drive their car. So take that one, if you will. 29 to go left in race number 6 here. And then that other one that I wanted to shout out, Frost Buddy, another recent partner of ours. I've already showed mine on camera last week, but I got 2, one that fits the cans and also the 40-ounce tumbler. Then I got my wife the 40-ounce tumbler for it's the new book series, and it has all the books and stuff on it, and it's kind of cool. So, keep a drink cold, whether it's to go cup, a can, a bottle, or a tumbler. It stays cold for a very long time. And that's at frostbite.com/nerditudes if you want to purchase one.
Absolutely. And as it sits right now, Jeremy, especially talking about frosting things out, 4
Uh-oh.
drivers on track. It looks like Joey LeMay has pulled it back behind the wall, called it a night on that. So 4 drivers left. Braxton DeWeese, Eddie Baker still trying to duke it out there. But that's a 4 or 6-second difference between DeWeese and Baker right now. And they are the only 2 on the lead lap, as you see DeWeese make quick work of the 27, who's heavily damaged after that turn 2 spin just about 20 laps ago, as we got 26 to go right now. So 2 on the lead lap, and then you have Bill Hagan and Steve Harden. And Jeremy, Bill Hagan, as long as Hagan and Harden don't nothing happens, that's how they're going to finish as 3rd and 4th. Is Bill Hagan 1 lap down, Steve Harden 3 laps down now after he just got lapped again by the 8 of Braxton DeWeese. But Braxton just driving away.
Nice Sunday cruise control for this man here on a Thursday evening, and 6.8, almost, there you go, 7.71. Did Eddie Baker just have an issue? He just dropped half a second just when we were just talking about him. 6.8 to 7.3 goes the 84. Let's see what happens here in this corner set. It's 0.4. So he's just slow. He's fallen off drastically. This 84 has. Let's see what happens in turn number 1. Let's just see if it's just raw speed from the 8 or if there was an issue from Eddie Baker. Yeah, he's gonna lose another 3/10 just in 1 and 2. So that truck's just running stupid tight right now.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it already. You know, Braxton DeWeese has got that long run down. He knows how to do it, knows how to stretch it, and that's exactly what he's doing. Eddie Baker doing everything he can, but Jeremy, it's just unless something happens to the 8 of Braxton DeWeese, there's just he's got the long run. I mean, you cannot compete with that at this stage in the race with 21 to go.
Nope, and it's just continuing to get worse and worse. Once you hit that moment, Dustin, of your truck falling off, it is almost irreversible. You have to have the other driver have the issue worst. There's no way to recover it. Once the tire rubber has come off the tire, it's over. Like, so then the heat's up. It's not good time. And 20 more laps just to hang on. We'll talk to Braxton. Maybe his microphone works after that. Then we got Eddie Baker and Bill Hagan potentially to talk to after this thing is closed out. These 20 laps should be going by through a breeze here. I did learn through, I think Braxton himself, that our butt kicker turn up the tube section had no audio. So for the ones still listening, I apologize about that. We'll get that corrected for Monday.
Oh
Or,
yeah,
sorry, Tuesday,
yep,
but
yep. I know exactly why that was. Thank you, Windows Update, for switching all the audio settings back to default for whatever stupid reason. And every program, every time it does an update, because Microsoft just sucks. And I completely forgot to swap the audio for the turn up the tubes. So that is entirely on your shitty producer, Jeremy. Fire him. Get a new one.
I would if he wouldn't update the file every single week. I would just take over and do it all myself. That's okay. We're doing it here in real time. And sometimes it happens with the audio. Dustin's computer, by the way, if you guys don't know, it loves changing its settings to factory default whenever there's an update. For some reason, it's just it goes through his system completely, and so it happens every so often.
Every time. Not every so often. Every time. It's so frustrating. And I typically am not made aware of it, Jeremy. Like I feel like I have everything swapped and everything is good until we do a broadcast and somebody in the chat, and still do it because I love being told when something's not working so we can get it fixed. But it's always somebody in the chat saying, "Hey, we didn't hear anything there," and I'm like, "Hey,
Yeah.
good point.
Hey, wake up." The old whisper button there. Every time I hear the word "hey," I go, "Hey, wake up."
Every time
Remember
I
that
hear
old-
"hey," I think of Navi from Legend of Zelda.
Oh, see, you're the nerd and I'm
That's
just a
right.
dork.
Hey,
Then
listen.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay. See, nope.
There it is.
Oh, and we even have it on tap.
There it is.
How did I not know we had this on tap?
Yeah.
What is
And
this?
how do you not know our soundboard, my guy?
Apparently I don't. I have my own soundboard collection through my Steam Deck, and I apparently skipped right over that one. So
Right.
thank you for bringing that light. This section of the broadcast is brought to you in part by someone dumb, and that's Yep, that's it. I don't know what he just told me, but I agree with it. So
Hello. So, but I tell you what,
is that what
Jeremy.
it was? Okay.
Yep. 13 laps to go. We are going to take a quick picture-in-picture. Let these drivers stretch this out a little bit. Come back and call the remaining laps of this pretty much already well-controlled race, Jeremy. So we will be right back.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pear. Now available.
And back full screen to close this thing out. Looks like we're going to have 6 laps remaining as the 8 truck gets to the start-finish line here. The gap is a half a track length, Dustin. 11.3 from Braxton DeWeese to Eddie Baker. Bill Hagan still has the 1 lap down. And, well, hold on. How do you go from 1 lap down to minus 30 when he's only a 23-second lap? That's impressive. Either way, we got Bill Hagan back on live tracking at 1 lap down, and Steve Harden minus 4. Then LeMay, Robertson, Cash, Bullock, Colwell out of this event. So 4 trucks to close this thing out, Dustin, is we're right there. 5 laps, 1 mile each, 5 miles to go.
Yeah, and I mean Braxton has got this thing wrapped up. At this point in time, he could just cruise control. He could probably coast the last couple laps and probably be good. There's doesn't have to push it. I mean, it is stretched out. Aside from the cautions that we had after the conclusion of stage 1, I mean, it has been clean sailing, and this is exactly what long green flag runs produce in oval track racing. Jeremy, is stretched out fields like this, and that's where the drivers that can manipulate and set up those nice long runs, that's where they shine. They absolutely love it, and you have drivers that are, I mean, just magicians when it comes to the short run, and they love seeing those cautions because then they can sit here and do the short run again. So a lot of it depends on how that race falls.
Yeah, 100% there, and doesn't really spread the points out too much, like we talked about earlier. 8 and 84, they're gonna have about a 5, 6. It really depends on how many points the 8's can accumulate for leading the most laps. Eddie Baker did not lead a lap so far this evening, so he's going to have multiple points going to the 8, not so much to the 84. So probably about a 7 to 10 point spread, I would imagine, between those 2 drivers heading off to week 7 next week as they continue through their 2026 B season here. White flag, 1 to go. Presented by absolutely nobody, or in this case, if you don't call the series sponsor, Smoky Mountain Sim Racing Truck Series. And a half a lap left for this guy to turn off the cruise control and get his 3rd pole of the evening, or of the season rather. And then also, as far as wins go, this will be his 2nd win of 2026, and 2 in a row as he won Darlington last week. This week at Rockingham.
Yeah, excellent drive, just domination when it comes to a track. And Jeremy, I mean, we said it in pre-race. This is a driver's track. This is one of those tracks that if the driver absolutely loves this track, they are going to shine and perform. And we've seen that. Braxton DeWeese, guarantee you this is probably a track that's up there on his list. Eddie Baker for the same way. Eddie Baker, even though he, was 13.8 seconds out, I mean, still solid run, solid 2nd place, was given pressure up there to the 8 of Braxton DeWeese. So I guarantee you this is a track that is probably up there on his list as well, as far as being a driver favorite.
As burning it down here is Eddie Baker just going to watch the 8 just destroy the front stretch with his rear tires and are what's left on that Ford F-150 for his 2nd win of the season back-to-back. First back-to-back of the season, or actually 2nd back-to-back of the season. Eddie Baker took Echo Park and St. Petersburg, and then it was Braxton's turn to take Darlington and Rockingham. So as he completes that burnout, here's your unofficial results here this evening. To round out the field, Braxton DeWeese, Eddie Baker, Bill Hagan is our podium with Stephen Harden, Joey LeMay, Tyler Robinson, Chris Cash, Kevin Bullock, Bryson Colwell completes the 9 truck entry here for tonight's 6th race of the season. And you see Braxton DeWeese there, most laps led, of course. Tyler Robinson somehow cranked out the fastest lap before that truck got destroyed. And Eddie Baker, hardest charger, with the +2 there from 4th to 2nd. So we're going to see who we have on deck for the post-race interview during our post-race show, presented by iRacing iFlag. Braxton's in the top 3. We'll see if he has a microphone. And Eddie Baker is present, so we're gonna move him up. And then we're gonna have Bill Hagan is available. All right, Dustin, we ready for this thing?
Absolutely.
All right, I thought we had some Discord lag for a moment, so I apologize.
No,
So
we good. We Gucci, man. We Gucci.
we are Gucci gang, he says. So here we go. Top 3. Bill Hagan gonna be the first one on the docket here. Bill Hagan. This is Jeremy Dustin in the booth. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish. I know it wasn't a very eventful one out there, but no, regardless, man, you had the speed out there to get a top 3, so congrats on that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, it was. I love this track. I love these trucks. I love everything about what tonight had to offer. So it was fun to keep pace and kind of mix it up with the leaders a little bit. That's not my typical MO there in the Cup cars, but I like to mix it up a little bit here in the truck. So it was a good night. It was a good night. I mean, there was no chance of keeping up with Braxton. I mean, that guy was just lights out all race, and there was a couple other guys who were fast too that just had some issues. So I mean, I hate to say I lucked into a top 3, but I guess you can take it when you can.
Yeah, you know what? But I mean that's part of racing. I mean, racing is part skill, part calculation, part luck. Whatever percentages you want to throw into those 3 categories. But I
Yeah.
mean, tell us how it was. I mean, we know this track is one that can be rough on that right front tire. With these
Yep.
trucks and the update that happened last fall, we know dirty air plays a factor. We've seen a lot of trucks really bouncing off that outside wall in turn 2,
Yeah.
turn 4. How difficult was it with that right front tire wear and the dirty air, trying to stay off that wall?
Yeah, and I'm looking at my tire percentages right now, and with that last 50 lap run there, I'm still at 73 on my right front. So for me, it was just a matter of really backing up one. I mean, you have to really be disciplined enough to just let off early, just kind of not give it a ton of break, and just kind of let it kind of diamond it right to that white line and stay right on that white line, and just be gentle with the throttle coming off, because yeah, that's turn 2 wall for sure is the one that you can have a lot of contact with if you're not too careful.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate your time there. 3rd place. Good stuff here to close out the race here tonight. Any shout outs before we let you go?
Yeah, no, just want to shout out the guys who are putting this league on. I know we haven't been getting a good turnout lately, but it's still a lot of fun to race with these guys, and I know it's still a lot of work goes into it. So I just thank Cash and all the guys who put this on, and yeah, we'll go get them again next time. Appreciate you guys up in the booth as well.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thank you, and we'll catch you next week.
All right, buddy. Have a good night. Thanks.
You too. You too. That was Bill Hagan there, P3 tonight. Now we're going to rotate to Eddie Baker. I'm going to be 2nd place here this evening. The driver, the number 84. Eddie Baker, this is Jeremy and Dustin in the booth here. P2 tonight, man. You had a really fast truck. How was the long run out there? That a lot of the drivers, including yourself, look like the right front just got chewed up and it was just hanging on until the end of the race.
Yeah, the long run was absolutely terrible. I think the team just missed the setup on that one. Everybody in my team, I'm pretty sure, ran the same setup. I know Tyler had some pretty good speed late in the run, but yeah, I mean, it just chewed that right front up. And after 10, 12 laps, it just nothing for Braxton.
Yeah, I mean, and it was a tough race, and I mean, we had talked about coming in the countdown to green that this is a driver's track. You either like this track or you don't like this track. The Rockingham is just one of those, and you could tell the drivers that this was probably a track that they enjoyed more running than they didn't enjoy running. Obviously, Braxton, this is probably one high on his list, and I placed this one probably higher on your list as well. I mean, is that accurate? As far as being a driver's track and where it ranks for you?
To be honest with you, this is probably my second worst track. Last week, Darlington, I
Hot swing and a
absolutely am
miss.
terrible there, and I'm terrible here. I don't know what it is. I can never just figure it out. I try to find the line. I know it's easy to wrap the bottom there for some people, but I keep hitting either the apron or there's a little bump 3/4 of the way through on the bottom, and I always put the left front in it for some reason and ship right towards the fence. So I don't know. I'm just happy to come out with a second. If we had a late caution with like 15 to go, it would have been a great time to and a great race to watch. But I had nothing for him on the long run.
Well, Jeremy, if I was shooting for shit, I wouldn't have caught a whiff on that one, my man.
Cliche comment there by Dustin. That's absolutely true, though. 100% not a lie. So, you tried though. That's usually my job to fail, but it's Dustin's here this evening. Eddie, any shout outs here before we let you go for the remainder of the night?
Yeah, just want to shout out Sullivan Tire for being on the truck again this week. Also, Joey sponsor Off the Record Reactions on YouTube. It's our YouTube channel. If you guys ever want to check it out, like, comment, share, subscribe, help us out. Shout out to you guys for broadcasting. I know it's been tough with the low truck count lately, but we are actively recruiting. We did some on Tuesday. Gonna do it again this Tuesday. Try and get this thing filled back up, but hopefully we get onto some better tracks. I mean, obviously, I think I got Braxton beat on road courses. I think we're pretty damn even on intermediates, super speedways. That's just a crapshoot for everybody. And obviously, he's got me on these smaller, shorter style tracks. So hopefully, we move on to some better tracks for me in the schedule, and we can put on a show at least.
Yeah, 10-4 on that, man, and we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Maybe the recruitment races are going well. It sounded like we had a decent amount of people sign up for the league this past Tuesday, and expecting this coming Tuesday to bring some more in potential. So we'll see what happens next Thursday. But congrats
Yeah.
on P2 once again, and
Thank you on that. Yeah, we had a couple of good recruits on Tuesday. It was probably 19 or 20 trucks in there. We got a few to join up with us that ran well, and you guys will never believe, but from the lead on a restart, I went from second to first instead of second to third on the gearbox and absolutely smoked half the field. So that was great.
that's what we call learning from mistakes, right?
That's something I haven't done in years. I don't know. I was trying to admin to help
Can't
Cash
say that
out 'cause
now.
he wasn't there, and oh, it was bad.
Absolutely, did. Well, I'm glad you did not do that this time. So that was good to see. So appreciate that.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's right. All right. Have a good rest of your night.
Take it easy, guys. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Eddie Baker throwing some lighthearted comments about himself and doing the right
Love it.
gearbox, Dustin.
Love it.
He went down on the number, not up. That's how you're supposed to do that on restarts.
I always thought you went to R for race, man, and I never understood
Yeah.
why I can never, get past the initial green flag start.
For a decade, I started my race on grid. I'd press the hotkey and it says starting in R for race. And then, that's what I thought too. But speaking of racing, Braxton DeWeese, this guy did everything but he just cleared the field and just had a cruise control. I don't think he even knew he was part of a race. But the Icon Apparel Company, victory lane belongs to this guy who's the second back-to-back winner of the 2026 Truck Series season. Congrats there, Braxton.
I appreciate it. We got a mic that works. I didn't even join the channel. I guess it was lagging because of me during the race, but I appreciate y'all trying anyways. I seen y'all were trying, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, we tried twice. It didn't work. The first time, actually, we brought you in and Discord had a massive, fail of some kind, and we all three couldn't talk to one another for, I don't know, was it 3 laps, Dustin? And then we came back, and it was kind of spotty. We tried again, but I'm glad your mic's working for the post-race interview. I wasn't sure if we're going to be able to talk to you.
Yeah, I was hoping that it would join, and thankfully we're not in the race, so my stuff's able to go a little bit. It definitely runs on the limit, just like I tried to on the track. So I'm glad everything's able to work out. But a solid race for us nonetheless. It was a long one, but I'm happy to be solid throughout the entire race.
Yeah, I mean, and it was. I mean, it's okay, man. You don't have to. Well, we get it. You wanted to ghost us. It's cool, just like you ghosted the rest of the field, man. I mean, this is you.
Nice.
You were just on it tonight. I mean, it's the long run is where you excelled, and it showed, especially with the long green flag. I mean, we didn't have any cautions except for the craziness that took place at the start of stage 2. We didn't have anything else really after that until way later. So I mean, those long runs like that, really played in your favor on that. So you're going to stretch your points lead out a little bit. Obviously, you got the pole, got a lap led, most laps led, and finished one position higher than Eddie, and you had taken over that points lead. So how you feeling after going back to back here for wins and looking at Texas next week?
I feel pretty good, to especially have a run like that on top of the run that we had last week at Darlington. Two tracks that I really feel good about. It's the more traditional classical tracks that I really like to have a lot of character to them. Definitely puts a lot more driver input into them. That we're going to Texas next week, which will be definitely interesting with the draft and the dirty air and all that stuff. So I'm looking forward to it, no matter what track it is. Just go have another opportunity to try to go for another win and have a good run and try to extend some points. That's definitely the goal each week, regardless of what layout the track is. And hopefully we can just be prepared and have a solid run. I'm not expecting to have runs like these at all, but I'm expecting at least have a solid run and be contending for the win. So we'll see how we do.
10-4, man. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we'll get that 3-peat next week too. But appreciate your time, man. All that good stuff. And any final shout outs before you drop you off for the night?
Yeah, for sure. Big shout out to Wick Nickel Band as always. Big supporters of me, and they actually have a little show going on this weekend. I'm at the Eagles, which is in downtown Williamsburg. So I'll probably go down there, probably able to just hear a couple songs. They got another appearance I'm doing down a little bit farther down the street for another band that I have as a sponsor for that weekend. So, but a big shout out to Wood Nickel Band as well as their state for websites from shop. Before we go, take time to reservations, Superior Sim Racing. You can use the code BDR5, practicing off over there. Elevated TV, Ghost Train, Evan Peanut Designs, Phillips Rex Graphics, our Pete's House in Winchester, Indiana, and Beaver Contracting for sponsoring the registers in Anderson. My video is uploaded from the Anderson Roval at 25 laps there this past Saturday, and it was a pretty good one. So y'all go check it out. It's on my channel, Braxton Team Racing, as well as a live stream for this race. I did that too. So y'all go check that out. Hopefully y'all follow along and like it. But regardless, hopefully we can go for 3-peat next week in Texas.
10-4, man. Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what happens there. And congrats again on the second win of the season.
Appreciate it. Y'all take care.
You too. All right, Dustin, there we go. 3 up, 3 down. Post race is done. And now summarize and boot, scoot, and buggy for the evening, man. I know it was not the eventful one that we were looking for, but we saw what Rockingham can do to these drivers and trucks, and it puts them into a lot of work, even in the sim rig.
Oh, absolutely, it does. I mean, and it's the drivers that were here. I mean, they did a fantastic job. I mean, the issues that drivers had getting loose out of 2. I mean, that's typical Rockingham. The bouncing off the turn 2 wall. You heard it from Bill Hagan. That one will jump out and bite you, much like the corner exits. If I can even talk, the corner exits. Yeah, exits at Dover. I mean, the same way. So it. The struggles that some of the drivers had, they were typical struggles with this track. I mean, this is not an easy track to drive. It's not an easy track to conquer. But the drivers did exactly what they needed to. Fantastic job to the drivers that were able to, finish it out. Congrats to our podium finishers. So, I mean, it was Rockingham, man. I will 110% through. It's exactly what you would expect. The ups and the downs from the track dubbed the Rock.
There it is. Absolutely. And it's sunset. Look at that over the
Beautiful
track here. It is dusk. So they close this thing out at a good time here. So looks like sim time is 7:17. Yeah, 7:17. So we're going to get out of here. You guys have a good rest of your night. Stay safe. Get your nerd on. Dustin, what you got
Remember,
for him?
not goodbye, just till next time. Stay nerdy out there.
Touchscreen and louder giveaways. Fuel bars and the glow of the pixel blaze. The rubber moves roll, the fist clenched tight. Your TV lights up the endless night. Fight to fight, we live to speed. No TV feeds our endless name. shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Turn the wheel to the breakneck roll. Sun rays down to the thunder soul. Gear shifts crack like a lightning storm. Digital warriors breaking the norm. Fight to fight, we lift the speed. No TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats pounding, engines cry. Let's broadcast under the virtual sky. Through each hairpin, a battle unfolds. Victory forged in the fire of the bold. Neon dreams fuel the tracks we tear. No TV shows us who dares to care. Fight to fight, we lift the speed. No TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats pounding, engines cry. Let's broadcast under the virtual sky. Touchscreen louder to the range. Fuel burns in the glow of the pixel blaze. The rubber moves roll, the fist clenched tight. Your TV lights up the endless night. Fight to fight, we lift the speed. No TV feeds our endless need. Heartbeats pounding, engines cry. Let's broadcast under the virtual sky. Turn the wheel, feel the breakneck roll. Sim racers tearing through the thunder soul.